Hey guys, how's it going? So a while back I did a couple review videos of the Lakeline threaded barrel for the Taurus G2C, G3C, G2S, and those are on my channel. Check the pinned comment for more information if you want to check out my other Taurus videos. So with that said, I was pretty excited when I got something in the mail this weekend from Lakeline. And this is their brand new Taurus GX4 9mm ported barrel. Now this came in a bubble wrapped envelope, wrapped in foam, simple enough but plenty adequate. So this is what you're going to get. A set of instructions that we'll go over a little bit, and the barrel itself. So let's take a peek at this and see what we think. Now, in the spirit of YouTube's new policies, they're a little bit different than they were when I did my last reviews, but I have a way that I think I can still show you guys some fitment, and I'm also going to do some bonus footage over on Locals. Link will be in the pinned comment of this video. Locals is a way you can support the channel, but you can also sign up totally free, and I promise you the follow-up video to this on Locals will be free for everybody, so I hope you guys enjoy that one too. So let's take a look. These are my first impressions. I've not used this barrel yet, and this is going to be an honest initial unboxing and review, and we will all see what happens here together. But the concept of this is awesome, and I'm really looking forward to trying this out. So the GX4 normally comes with a 3.06 inch barrel. This one being 3.34 inches long. It's just about a quarter, maybe a little bit more, but about a quarter of an inch longer than your stock OEM barrel. It's constructed of a 416R stainless steel. 416R is really good barrel material in my opinion, so that's cool. It has a target grade precision cut rifling 1 in 10 twist. 1 in 10 twist, that's actually pretty interesting too. That's a rather fast twist rate compared to some pistol barrels. This varies, but I do have a chronograph now, so stay tuned because there is going to be a follow-up review here on YouTube, getting some chrono tests and also just some impressions to see what this porting is actually going to do in real life. But I think it's going to be nice. Now this also has a SAMI specification chamber, so we'll take a look at our chamber right there. You can see a good look at that rifling. Looks nice. We have a nice feed ramp. The polishing seems to be very nice. I see no reason to have to polish or doctor up this feed ramp in any way, to be honest with you guys. I'm trying to show you zoomed in here, but with how shiny it is, the camera's probably not quite doing it justice. So that's pretty cool. We have an 11-degree target crown. So let's take a look at the crown right here. Okay, so you can see that nice. A nice little recessed crown. That's going to lead to a little more accuracy, and it's also protecting the rifling at the very end of the barrel there. And I can see that the rifling is cut all the way past the compensator. So it looks like to me that they cut all the rifling in, then machined the hole out. So we've got rifling all the way up to the very end of this 3.3 inch barrel. So that's pretty cool. Now, as with the other barrels, and I think all of the products from Lakeline, this is engineered and made in the USA, and it has a couple stainless finishes. So we can see the chamber hood area, the rear portion, is more of a matte brushed stainless, which looks really nice, kind of a bead blasted, if you will. And then the barrel itself, the barrel shank here, we can see is very highly polished with little spiral fluting in there, which adds the cosmetic appeal and certainly reduces just a little bit of weight there with that fluting. But really nice looking product, and same thing for my previous barrel from them. Very nice. Now they do put a little disclaimer on their website, and this is just to be expected, but I know there's a lot of new shooters, so I want to tell you guys this. Look, as far as any finishes of a barrel's under reciprocation, like constantly metal to metal meeting up against itself with the slide of your firearm. So any type of polishing or finishing is subject to have little normal scuff marks, whether it's a PVD barrel or in this case finished stainless. And I'm going to show you guys this is back to the G2C G3C one here. See, you can just see a tiny bit of scuffing. We're looking at the back here of the chamber area, and it's so minuscule, it's actually like really hard for my camera to really get it, but you can see right there just a teeny bit. Same thing on the top of the chamber hood where it kind of shines a couple spots. This is all perfectly normal. unless you're gonna buy your firearm just for Instagram pictures, then I suggest don't shoot it, because any type of barrel, no matter what it is, gets a little bit of score marks here and there just due to the nature of things. So I just wanted to go through that because it is in the instructions. So let's just take a quick look at these instructions, and then I am going to show you guys some fitment and some slides. So you can't show modified firearms on here anymore. And for anyone watching from YouTube, I'm not showing any modified firearms whatsoever in this video according to your policies. But for all the viewers out there, yes, I am going to have bonus footage over on Locals, which is a censorship-free platform, and it's a way I can provide bonus content for these types of videos for those of you looking for something a little more thorough. So this looks like it's going to be pretty easy, guys. We're just going to make sure our pistol's unloaded, remove the magazine, safety, 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 right? Very important, guys. We're going to field strip our pistol the normal way, removing the slide, the recoil assembly, and the barrel per the factory user's manual. I think I can do cleaning videos on here now, so let me know in the comments if you're interested. I'll take a GX4 apart soon for the purpose of cleaning, if that would help some of you guys. We're going to basically check the fit of the new barrel and make sure it fits in the slide freely. We're going to clean the barrel and remove any grip from machining by running patches with solvent on them. Look, follow the instructions, guys, but I'm telling you, let me look through this one more time here. Don't know how good the camera's going to pick this up. These are all highly polished surfaces, but I guess just take my word for it. I'm looking at a very bright light. I have studio lighting in here. You could eat off this thing. So I'll run a patch through just to show due diligence before I cut back in here, but this thing's immaculate. I don't see any of that going on here, but check to make sure, right? As with any machining. We're going to lube the new Lakeline barrel with a light coating of thin gun grease or gun oil on the outer surface of the barrel and the barrel hood. These are the parts that make friction. The barrel does a little bit, but like I said, if you look at this one that has quite a few rounds through it, nothing on the barrel at all. Just a teeny bit of witness marks on the chamber hood itself. This is the older G2C, G3C barrel, by the way. Okay, we're going to check for functionality, and it does say on their website there's a special set of instructions that possible fitting may be needed, but most likely this will be drop free, and drop in rather. Drop free is for magazines. I'll leave that in there so you guys can laugh. This should be drop in fit, hopefully, and I'm going to show you guys what happens. Whether it drops in or not, you guys will find out right now with me. So I have 3 unmodified firearms I'm going to show you guys, okay? This is the GX4. The couple holsters are Forge Tech, by the way. Love Forge Tech holsters. Check my my Taurus playlist if you want to know more about them. So this is the first Taurus GX4 9mm that I got. 100% stock OEM configuration here. So we're going to check out, we're not going to modify this firearm on camera, but we're going to check out fitment here in just a little bit when I cut back in with the slide itself. So regular GX4. I also have, and I've done a video on this, this is a regular GX4, but it's kind of a special edition with the bronze slide. More info on this in that Locals video. So you guys are definitely going to want to go over there. I promise you guys it's free. Support me over at Locals if you want, but it's free. The video I'm going to do, you guys will all be able to see it with a free account over there, I promise. So we'll bring a component of this back in. And also another unmodified Taurus firearm with the Forge Tech AIWB holster here. And this is the GX4 Toro. I got a little bit of machining oil on my hand there. I almost slipped getting it out of the holster there. So the GX4 Toro is their newest offering. I've done a couple videos on this as well. So I'm going to splice out here and come right back in and show you guys what the fitment's going to be. Alright, let's check some fitment here. Now, the main idea behind porting a barrel like this is we don't have to worry about threads and threading on different compensation or muzzle braking devices, but this is all going to be done internally within the barrel. Now, I've already done my shooting impressions review of the GX4. It went very well with a large internal chassis. These are chassis guns, these GX4s. They're already very smooth, but they're small guns, and some people find them to be still a bit snappy. Although, trust me, if you've never shot a GX4, they're very fun to shoot. So this is going to help keep the muzzle flipped down a little bit, where the gun doesn't want to jerk and jolt up as much, because when the gases are coming out the barrel, before they completely pass the crown, some of the gases are going to be redirected up So when you have gases coming up out of the top, it's going to press the muzzle, the front end of the firearm down, resulting in what's called less flip and faster follow-up shots, and maybe a little bit easy for some of you guys to handle. So that is the purpose of this. It does look good, but it's not just for looks. It's for faster follow-up shots and smoother shooting of the handgun. So here's how I'm going to do this. We're going to check initial slide fitment. So I'm not going to show any more firearms for the remainder of this video. We're not modifying firearms. These are just slides, not a gun, just parts here. For the rest of it, we'll check all the rest of the fitment with the frame over in that locals video I talked about. So this is my original GX4, the regular original version, and let's check this out. I'm going to take the recoil, guide rod spring assembly out, set it aside. The barrel, just kind of press up a little bit or lift up a little bit, however you want to do it, on a little bit of an angle. It just comes right out. This is really, really easy. Now I'm just going to put a couple drops of oil on this new barrel, just because we want to mate everything in real good here. And here's how I'm going to do this. You guys can do what you want. I'm going to have to come back with a towel and clean things up a little bit. I'm applying this lube rather wet because this is a brand new machined piece of metal, and I want it to mate nice with the existing metal of my slide. So whereas probably just a little dab will do you as far as on these areas of the chamber hood here and along the barrel, I'm probably putting, I don't know, 5-6 times the oil I normally would. But that's because I'm trying to break in a couple metal to metal surfaces that are going to kind of machine themselves together and mate up nice as I'm doing any initial cycling. I don't normally run my pistol this wet. You can if you want to, but I don't suggest that. I'm just telling you guys why I'm doing this. All right, so here's the moment of truth. You guys are going to find out with me right now how well this fits into my OEM GX4 frame, and I'm excited. Let's see what happens here. So I'm going to come in at a little bit of like a downward angle. I'm going to find the barrel bushing portion, the opening in the slide, let it peek through, kind of push forward, and it dropped right in. We're going to check one more thing. I gave it a little jiggle. Sometimes you give it a little press to make sure that the chamber hood portion is sitting flush. I'm just going to give it a quick visual examination here. I'm just kind of letting it rock up and down a little bit because that is how the firearm, when it comes in and out of battery, how it would normally work. I feel no resistance. Everything's fitting in good here, and very nice. See how wet this is? Like I said, I'm doing this on purpose because you'll see in a little bit. I'm going to rack it a bunch of times in the other video, and I like that extra lubrication, a nice wet mating surface for the break-in of these two metal parts with each other, so it's nice and smooth for the long term. But yeah, guys, look at that. I'm simulating the reciprocation, and you can see here with the slide that it does stand just a little bit proud. It's about 1/4 of an inch that it sticks out there, and there's your port, redirecting the gases upward, driving the nose of the pistol down, resulting in a little smoother shooting and faster follow-up shots. All right, this is nice. Let me wipe the oil off my fingers, and I'm going to come back in with the brown slide. All right, let's see how it fits in the brown slide here. Take the guide rod spring assembly out. One quick note. We have a dual stage. You can see 2 sets of springs here. We have flat springs on this part of the guide rod. Very nice. Also round springs. So that's just a quick peek at our guide rod assembly. I know there's other versions of this available. Like I said, these are we're OEM pistols, and I'm just showing the slides and parts right now. All right. This one's never been fired before, so this is a good example. The slide that this came off of, the slide of the firearm this came off of, has never been fired. There's always a little bit of factory test firing with any pistol. At least I would hope there is, but I can definitely see this was fired at the factory, this slide, but this has never been fired by me. So this is an example of something that's not even broken in yet. This would be like you just bought a brand new GX4, never shot it, and see what happens here. Let's see if it'll drop into our bronze slide. So here's our Lakeline, still nice and oily. We're going to kind of angle it in there to the opening. You know what? It just dropped in just as easy as the other one. And just by me tilting it back, look at this. The chamber hood is sitting completely flush with the top of the slide, as it should. Check that out. That's a nice There we go. There's a good angle for you guys. So just a couple times here. We're going to kind of take it in and out of battery, if you will. Came out nice. Okay. Keep having to wipe my fingers off. I oiled this barrel up good. I told you guys why a minute ago. All right. It's reciprocating back and forth. Not a problem, guys. Look at that. Just by me. Oh, you guys were off camera. I'm sorry about that. Watch this. I'm just going to literally let it go back, and it just went right into battery. So I think I've seen enough on this bronze slide. Let's go over here to the Toro. Here's the Toro slide. Third time's a charm. Let's see what happens on this third slide here. Same thing. This is easy, guide rod recoil assembly. Barrel. I'm just going to lift up a little bit, get it on a little angle. Pull it out of there. Sometimes a little jiggle, but it's pretty easy. So Lakeline ported barrel coming down in on a little angle. We're through the opening. That's a good sign. Dropping in. It just literally went right into battery yet again. Check this out. I'm just holding this so it doesn't fall back out, but there was no forcing, there was no shaking, no jiggling. This is about as smooth and dropping as it gets, guys. Just gonna simulate a couple times here. What do you guys think? You guys think it's a cool concept? I like the idea of it. A little port built into the barrel. We're not really going to take away from terminal ballistics over the stock one because, yes, you do start to lose pressure very quickly as soon as the bullet starts to pass this port. However, the port's at the very, very end. So we're getting actually a little bit more than our stock 3.06. So if we're at about a 1/4 inch there, we have about an 1/8 inch more of barrel of rifling before we hit the port. It does continue to keep the rifling all the way until it leaves that target crown. And yeah, so this is a way. Now there's other ways people port barrels like further back here. You will lose a little bit of terminal velocity just due to the nature of gases are starting to escape before they should. But the way this is designed, I don't see any way that you're going to lose any type of bullet performance downrange, meaning your terminal velocity. And it may actually speed things up. I don't know. But like I said, I do have a chronograph now for the channel. So let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would be interested in. Maybe the twist rate, maybe just the better workmanship. If this has a tighter chamber, if the rifling's cut better than OEM. There's many factors that can actually, play a part in this. But so far, so good. I like the fit and finish of the barrel itself. I really like the fact that it just dropped into my particular pistol. If yours doesn't, or into my slides, I should say. I didn't show it dropping into any pistols, but if it needs a little bit of minor fitting, there is instructions for that. But this was a raw review, taking it right out of the box. I've not done anything before I put the camera on besides just take it out of the original paper bag that it came in, the envelope, and unwrapped it for you guys right here. And we were 3 for 3, so I'm pretty excited. I would like to take this out to the range, and now I'm going to get off of this video and go record just a little bit of B footage showing you guys some more thorough testing, if you know what I'm saying, with these all put back together over on Locals. All right, thanks for watching, and have a good one.